Hey, what's up guys? It's Dragon again making another video. It's kind of me trying to say, I guess, thanks to like me having over 10 subscribers. I don't know, I just kind of wanted to do something. Everyone does something when they reach like a special number to them, and I mean, granted it's a small channel obviously, but it's special to me, so kind of wanted to do a little collection video. I have a small PS1 collection so far, but I like to do pickups videos. So if you've watched a fair amount of these, you'll kind of see how the collection's grown as far as PS1 games goes. PS1 was one of my favorite systems, so I don't know. Without further ado, start with God Bless the Ring, Easy Egrets or whatever it's called. Don't know a fucking thing about this game. Picked it up when it was traded into me a couple months ago, like 2 months ago. It's complete. It's got writing on the disc, so I didn't pay very much for it. I think I paid like $7 for it. So yeah, there's this game. Don't really know a fucking thing about it. So if anyone does know anything about this game, please comment. Let me know if it's good. Should I play it? Should I bother? Said I normally play things I collect, but this is just on the bottom of the list. To be honest, I have no interest in playing this, just because, like I said, I have so many other games. So yeah, there's this game. Next is Vagrant Story. It's complete. It was kind of pricey. This one was like 30 bucks, but like it's a good copy. It's complete. It's got the little second disc that I don't know. It's just like a demo disc. Or yeah, it's got like previews and stuff like that. So Vagrant Story. I've been meaning to play this after I finish Final Fantasy 12. So whenever I finish Final Fantasy 12, I'll get the Vagrant Story and see how the mythos is about that, because they're set in the same like world, or like same they're set in like Evil East, so we'll see how that goes. Obviously, if you collect PS1 games, everyone has Final Fantasy 7. I'm sure everyone has Black Label complete with the everyone has it. Nothing new here. Ended up paying the full goddamn retail of what this game goes for. It was like 40 bucks or something like that. This is the RPG that made the genre. It's overrated in my opinion, but I understand what the game did for just RPGs and like how it set the bar as far as like what a great RPG was. So I do like Final Fantasy 7. Don't get me wrong. I just think it gets a little too much high praise, just a pinch, There are better games, but Final Fantasy 7. If you collect games, this is in your collection more than likely. Even if you fucking hate RPGs, this is there. So yeah, Final Fantasy 7. One of my shitty copies of a game, Capcom vs. SNK Pro. Great fighting game. Obviously, I don't have the manual, which sucks, but I paid like $2 for the game, so I'm not gonna really bitch. One of my favorite fighting games ever. I remember playing the shit out of this game when I was a kid. So as soon as I saw it come into my store, I grabbed it up, even though it was basically disc only. So yeah, that's Capcom vs. SNK Pro. One of my favorite Final Fantasy games, and I get a lot of flack for this at work and from my coworkers and stuff like that. But that would be Final Fantasy VIII. I just think Final Fantasy VIII was just so well done, and just like it did so many freaking cool things, like the junction system, realistic looking models. It's got a really good love story, the way Squall develops as a character over time and kind of accepts who he is and accepts his own personal demons. It's just kind of really great. It's honestly one of my favorite RPGs. And like a lot of people don't like it just because it's not Final Fantasy 7. Like it had the misfortune of being the game to follow up Final Fantasy 7, and for a lot of people it didn't deliver, but for me, I think it's one of the gems on the PS1. So it did a lot of things right for the series. I mean, the junctioning system people don't like. I personally do. I think it's really cool. It made the Guardian forces, like the way they were explained, it kind of made them cool, and the fact that like they were people needed them for power, but they made you like forget shit. So that's kind of cool that they played a central plot in the story, or a central. They played a role in the story somewhat, so that was pretty cool. Love this game. Really great game. This next game is Legend of Legaia. I vaguely remember playing this when I was younger. Like I remember I got it like in the $5 rack at a GameStop. and now it's like a $50 RPG. I remember it uses kind of like fighting moves, as you know, you use a little bit of fighting moves to go with it. I don't remember playing too far into the game, to be honest. I just kind of bought it just because I remember owning it as a child, and it's complete. I don't know why they used to do this with the old PS1 games, but yeah, there's the disc. It's in pretty good shape. So don't know too much about this game. I just know I remember having it as a kid. Thought it was pretty fun. The little bit I played of it. So I may jump into this when I have nothing else to play. Maybe not. Don't know. So yeah, Legend of the Guy. Next is Parasite Eve 2. I'm missing Parasite Eve 1. For some reason, I hate buying copies online of stuff. I kind of like finding them or have them traded into me. Just because like I feel like when it's traded into me or I find it, each game has a story. Like I know where I was when I found each game. So Parasite Eve 2. Don't really know too much about the series because I was a bit too young for Parasite Eve. I think I was like 8 or not, nah, maybe 7 when the first one came out. I remember playing it on the demo and not getting it, but then like as over time, you know, you read about games and you see how like revered a series is and everything. It's got a little crack there, but I don't know. I don't know too much about this game. I don't want to play the series until I get the first one, so this one's on hold. As soon as I get myself a copy of Parasite Eve 1, I'm gonna run through this because I heard these games are actually really fucking good. So yeah, Parasite Eve 2. This next game, in my opinion, was like the game that was basically, of all the 3 Final Fantasies that came out on PS1, I think this one was kind of like the thing that did everything the best. Like like the battle system was good, the characters were good. A lot of people, sometimes people hate the chibi characters, but I think it's the best of the trio as far as like graphically, story, just overall gameplay and stuff like that. And this would be Final Fantasy IX, and this was kind of the first RPG I really delved into. This was what got me into RPGs. So I played 9 before I played 7 or 8, and yeah, and I don't know, because I was a bit young for Final Fantasy when it came out. Like when the first one came out, I got it with my PS1, but like I didn't really like it just because I didn't get it. I was like 7 years old. All I wanted to do was play like Tomba and Captain Blasto. You know what I mean? Like I could care too. You know what I mean? You're a little bit too young to understand that, and then when you get a little bit older, you can understand the way stories go. So when you go back and revisit it, you're just like, so it's complete. It's even got all the manuals and stuff like that. Great game. It's probably like the swan song on the PS1, just because like it came out like around 2000, and I think the PS2 came out around 2001. So I don't know. Don't hold me to that. I'm not too sure, but like I know this was like one of the last good PS1 games to come out, because then like 10 came out, and you know, Final Fantasy 10 came out, and this was like legit. So Final Fantasy 9. This next game, I'm hoping to get a better copy of it, just because I don't know, this is a really shitty copy. It's Chrono Cross. I'm hoping to get a better copy someday, or at least a better case. It's not. It is complete. It's got. I don't know who the fuck does this, but like they wrote on the disc. Like I said, I didn't pay very much for it, so I'm not really too butthurt over it. It's got the manual and everything like that. So, like, it is complete, just it's a really shitty copy. But this game's supposed to be really good. I played a little bit into it. I'm not necessarily a big fan of the battle system. I also didn't really like Chrono Cross either, so maybe it's probably just me. But yeah, here's Chrono Cross. I don't know. I don't really have much to say about the game. I want to play it a little bit more before I like form an honest opinion on it. But like I played like a couple hours in, but we'll see. I don't know. Next is one of my favorite series of RPG, even though I have actually never played this one. I had it on the PSP, never really played it, and then like I was able to find this one at my store, complete and like in really, really good fucking shape, and that's Star Ocean. I like the one on PS2 and the one on PlayStation 3, so I'm a big fan of this series as far as like the ones I've played. I don't know how I'm gonna like this one. I hear it's really good though, so normally you really can't go wrong with a Star Ocean game. They're just like great. They're just fucking great games. So I'm pretty pumped to get into this. I'm playing through Persona 4 right now, so once I finish Persona 4, and then I made another video about Tales, so I'm gonna finish that too. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of a break from the Tales series and Shin Megami Tensei just because I've been playing a ton of games in those series. And I'm gonna jump a little bit into my more retro stuff, like my PS1. I want to try Vagrant Story, Star Ocean. So you're gonna see me making a couple more videos about like kind of the more retro stuff. So anyway, that's a tangent. And like I said, this is Star Ocean complete. Like most of my games are complete, or I try to get them in good shape and complete, just because I don't know. I fucking hate having a shitty copy of something. And last but certainly not least is I wish this game would have came out in the States for the Saturn, to be honest. I don't know, I'm a huge Sega fan, so and like I'm playing Grandia 2 on the Sega right now, but on the Dreamcast right now, but this is Grandia 1, the one on PS1. Haven't gotten a chance to play this, but I'm a huge fucking fan of the Grandia series. Played 3, playing 2, haven't played Extreme, but I hear that's actually really good. And just, I don't know, I'm a huge fan of this series in general, just because I think the stories are always really good. And they have a certain charm to them. They're not by any means like an elite series of RPG, but like, I don't know, they always have a certain charm to them. They're fairly easy to get into. They just work. Like it's all good. So like this is Grandia, and yeah, not that I was trying to show off my collection, like I'm some kind of show off or anything, but that's really about it. Just wanted to make a little video to just, I don't know, if people want to see how my PS1 collection has grown. Maybe if I get to 20 subscribers, I'll do my PS2 collection, which isn't huge, and then like 30, I'll do my Dreamcast collection, and we'll go from there. And then, yeah, but I just kind of wanted to make that video as a little thank you to everyone who subscribes to me and listens to me ramble on about meaningless shit. But anyway, guys, this is Dragon. I'm gonna go to bed tonight. Just wanted to make a quick video of that, and a quick video about talking about Tales of Symphonia that I did earlier. So, thanks for watching, and hopefully putting up more videos soon.